Alright, what is going on, guys and girls, traders? It's the Short Bear. Today is the first red day I had in over a week. It's not a big day, a big red day. It's smaller than every single winning day. But yeah, made some mistakes today. Not a lot, as you will see. And yeah, we're going to talk about primarily ZSAN. As you know, it really ran today. I was saying everything like on Twitter and every platform. I said, please be careful, don't try to short. You're gonna get wrecked, basically. I didn't say that in the morning. In the morning, I thought, all right, there are some red flags, but I'm still gonna play it with the technicals. But as I saw, all right, I got some big red flags, and now technically exactly the same. I just knew, all right, just leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone, and I just didn't play it. From there on, I didn't play it anymore. So I'm going to show you first the big chart. So here, so as you can see, we had a couple of trades. One, I think, one loser here. Yeah, one loser here, a winner here, and another loser but far smaller here. So let's talk about it. Here is the chart, the 1 minute chart on ZSAN, and as you can see, yeah, I'm going to show it to you here. It's going to be easier for you all to see. So in the morning, I saw the news, and the part of it was recycled. I saw the filings, and I just knew, all right, it isn't the perfect play. We have some red flags, but I'm still willing to play it from the technical side. So, so that means far smaller size, stop, respected, blah blah. So basically everything so that the risk is minimized. So I said I want to scale in into the 255 to 260 area, risking off 270, and that's exactly what I did. Put down 1/6, I think, of the share size here and added higher. And we even got a small rejection of the highs just before market open. And once it opened, right away, like in 1 second, it just shut up completely. So I had to trim some to be certain. Trim some, and then once I saw it come back down right away, I shorted. So that was like 3 seconds or something. And yeah, after that, we had the big stuff move, and it came back down under the lows and the open. But then it reclaimed over VWAP. It was weird, but I respected the stop. And once I saw it, all right, we're gonna break over to 80. I just took it off right away. And after that, the reversed short came in place. So as you can see, I longed right here near the bottom and sold at the previous highs. The reverse short is basically has always a target at the high of day, so that's why I sold there and not higher. This trade is just a new strategy that I'm building. So basically one entry right here is 1/4 of the starter here. So everything all right. That's basically one of the smallest losers I had here. So I'm gonna show you exactly why. So as you now know, scaled in, risking the pre-market highs, got over it, stuffed, so put it back on, and then basically got stopped out again at the highs. But why did I take it as a reverse short? Well, first of all, same thing, SEC filings, couple of red flags that I really didn't like for the short. Then, but the thing is, I need the technical to align to the price action to confirm my thesis, basically. So as you can see, we had some support here, 250, and yeah, what you want to see to basically really reject a stock like that is to trade in a range. So the perfect scenario would have been 285 to like 270, and then we kind of trade in range, and then we break down. Basically every single long is now underwater. We got the shorts coming in, and then it would have rejected basically. But we didn't do that. We moved down, popped. So that means shorts are getting in here, basically the most eager shorts. Then on the bounce, the other shorts break down, more shorts, and then on the VWAP, the most shorts. So as you can see, we had a couple of things where shorts could get in, but still we broke down on the VWAP here, traded a lot of volume. So as you can see, the VWAP, the VWAP break wasn't even the most volume it traded, and you need to compare it like to the previous highs. All right, so broke out a lot of volume, broke out of this range, a lot of volume, broke out over the highs, a lot of volume, and then as we broke down, not a lot of volume, not a lot of volume, and just the range, like it only dropped from like 267 to like 262, which is nothing compared to the range and volatility it showed at the open. So no real panic basically. And once I saw that, I got long right away basically, and they also accumulated there. So got long, and the target was a high of day. I wanted more size, but we didn't get any pullback. Like even from like 267, 76 to like 272 would have been enough to get me in. And yeah, sold into the push, no regrets, perfect. And yeah, the short was another strategy. I'm not gonna get into it now, as it's not finished yet. But then let's talk about the trend basically. Why didn't I short after that? Well, first of all, the volume. All right, the volume. The gap and crab has the most volume at the open and face from there on. But look at the volume, like as we broke over the highs, we did like so at the open 5 minute we had 1.2 million shares traded. Then on the breakout just after 800,000, it's still less, all right, but it's a lot of volume compared to the open. It's too much volume, and the volume was consistent the whole time. And when was the volume basically at the lowest? Well, on the pullback, and that's exactly what you want to see. Pullbacks on low volume, basically some people covering, and then the volume comes back in the buying, and the volume comes in. So that's why the volume came in here. So we broke over. Same thing, my cats did go over it. Same thing, spike, retest to resistance, trend completely intact. Puts down resistance, breaks over it, retests, move up, completely retested, and absolutely normal. All right, so it's just retested and it works. Then here, first sign of weakness, we break over. Let me show you actually the 3-minute charts to show you this better. So here, breaks over it, break out on some big volume, trades sideways, tries to break out, can't make it, right? Moves, stuff on big volume too, can't make it, comes back into the range basically, breaks down. So on this candle right in here, that would have been a short opportunity. I think Mike took it too. Here on the stuff we can short, and then basically, but as you can see, we didn't break the previous support. So here the support, but nothing major on the bigger time frames basically, because on the bigger time frames, still we didn't really break out or kind of consolidate. The real support is still at 422-ish. Trade into the range, and the only short opportunity that I would have taken is basically a break or attempted breakout, and then basically stuff back into the range. That would have been my starter, but the starter on big size wanted to size up on this one, and then adding into the range, and then the breakout, because then we would have basically gotten all the longs that are in this range from 515 to 444 would have been bagged, and that would have been million of volume, million of a lot of traders, and then some panic selling, and my target was at I think 3 to 350 at the time, so it would have been a really nice trade. But as it broke out, it didn't show panic or kind of big selling or anything. So right away I knew, alright, no, I'm gonna cover. Or I would have covered basically, or I didn't want to enter any. Breaks out, puts down a new resistance, breaks out, retest, no stuff, no nothing, no reason to get short. And then right here, new resistance tries to break over, doesn't make it. Here, second opportunity, same thing. I need to look at basically the retest, and on this one, something really nice happened. Sorry. So traded, so tried to spike and look at the volume. All right, we got some 400,000, 300, 400, 300, 200,000 shares traded on the breakout, compared to like 700,000 on some other candles before. So the volume is fading, first of all. Then we talked about that on Monday's video, I believe, in Monday's video. Look at the volume, all right? We're trying to break out, we are trying to move up, but the volume is decreasing, all right? Really, really bad sign. And then we kind of put down this support line, all right, at $6. Let's call it $6. Has some resistance there, some support there, but then it breaks down, and look at the volume. It's the same as like on the breakout. So here, that's the first time on any support break that we get some big selling that follows. Some big selling, someone is unloading, so that happens. That would have been my basically ad from there on, from the stuff. And then takes down, and my target would have been at $4, but as I said, I would have needed some kind of big consolidation during like 1 hour. So from, if it popped up like so 20 here is 2 a.m. 2 p.m. I mean, from 2 p.m. to like 3 or something, or like 2:30, that would have been really nice, and then I would have gotten in, but just not enough long getting back on this move. And now the other trades, all right? So we had BLNK. BLNK, it's the 5th running day it had. Wasn't really interested in it until it broke over the highs. So on the bigger time frames, let me show you here. Breaks over the highs, does it, but can't really break out. Tries it again, and then stuffs, all right? And then on the stuff, as it came back down, I wanted to see it pop, basically. I knew I don't want to basically short or like sell, short sell under the previous support, but I wanted pop basically to risk off 425, so that's what I did. Waited for the pop, got in on the pop, and wanted basically the previous support and resistance area as my target. And the thing is, I would have hold on to it a bit longer, but some big offer came in with like 88,000 shares, which was really a lot for the volume that it traded. And most of the time, you don't want to see that. That's a bad sign, all right? Because it means, I mean, if you have a real short or real seller, they won't show you the size because they want to get filled, all right? So they're maybe like even going to put out a big bid basically to fill their position, which is hidden. So it did that, and once we move down, the rule, once we go parabolic to the upside or downside, I'm gonna take some off. And as it came down to my target, I just took it off. Really easy trade, recovered a big piece of the gains of the losses from the morning. Then came KNDI, and this one so as we were like here in this range, I was up on the day, all right? I had some nice size on that too. The liquidity allowed me to. So, same thing as on the LNK. Breaks out, alright? Breaks out, doesn't make it, comes back into the range, pops towards the previous resistance, stuffs, alright? And then on the move down, I'm going to show you a small time frame now. Let's show you 2 minutes. I didn't want really to get in, 1 sec. I didn't want to get in right in here, as we probably could have like broken out, but as we broke down on some big volume, I knew, alright, sellers are coming in, the volume just fits. Like on this breakout, we did far less volume than on the breakdown. So once we were in this range right here, I knew, alright, perfect, I'm gonna risk off 884 or 886. And because it's over VWAP, so we can still test VWAP and even pop a bit over it. And yeah, the target is basically down here, 835 first target. But the bigger targets were, and I didn't cover any at 835, I wanted 8.20, and then the gap filled towards $8. All right. So move down, as I said, didn't cover. I wanted the 26, wanted 8.26 right here to cover my first piece, and yeah, didn't make it. Spiked back up, and I somehow fucked up my cover. I didn't get the cover. It was at like 8. So I had an order out to cover because I was watching other things. I had an order out, stop order at 8.80, and as you can see, it's right at the top. Yeah, they basically took my order, filled me, and then let it drop. So once I saw that and I saw my mistake, I got back in right away. So that's when I put out my order. That's why the triangle is here. Everyone that is trading with TZ will approve. And once we bounced off the VWAP, I noticed that. And on this bounce here, look at the volume. No demand whatsoever. So I shorted and doubled up right in here. One of these candles, I don't remember exactly. Got sideways and then broke down right away. Volume increasing, really nice. Comes sideways, and as you can see, 228. My order was at 226. Didn't get it. Formed basically right here, nothing but then a higher low. Breaks out, so I had to take it off, and then I somehow tipped my key at like on the bounce here, and once I realized my mistake, I covered right away. So that trade put me down a bit. So right here I was down just a bit, so nearly green, and then basically took me took just a bit more out of the account, of the pocket, and yeah, and covered right away basically. So that put me down just not big, like not big at all. Like I think I gave back one 1/8, I think, of like the streak 1/8 out of like 4 or 5 days of training. So it's still alright, and yeah, it happens. Not the easiest day, but I'm pretty happy about ZSAN. Just pretty happy overall because this one can kill people, and we protected today in chat saying please don't short. So that's it for today. If you have any questions down below, please like the video and please share with others. See you tomorrow.